Hey guys, we just flew back into Maine from Bristol, Tennessee. It was an awesome event. It was the first Cleetus and Cars that I've ever been to. Sounds like some of you guys might have went to some other events and they were a lot better, maybe more people and more to do. But that was probably in Texas or Florida or something. But yeah, that's my first one. There was quite a bit of people there. The first day was a lot more busy. But I had a blast. It was easy to get in. It was easy to get out. The food was pretty good, regular concession stand stuff. My only beef with the place was the price of my mixed drink. I mean, I should have just shown up with some Busch or some Bud Light or some spirits to mix when I got there, but I didn't because in Maine they don't let you bring in your own alcohol to these events. If you show up with your alcohol, 9 times out of 10 they tell you dump it or go drop it back off the car and you gotta go back to the end of the line. So I came completely unprepared. But when I got there, I tried getting I wanted to get a rum and Coke, just Captain and Coke. It's my go-to drink. Anybody that knows me, I'm usually drinking rum and Cokes. Yeah, so I got a Captain and Coke. It was $12. She asked if I wanted a double. I was like, sure, how much is double? She was like, well, it's 18. So, okay, I'll take a double, no problem. I'll have a couple of those and I'll be done for the day. Just, I don't want to get drunk. I have to drive home and stuff later that day. So I got a double and it came with 2 shots. She asked me if I wanted 1 or 2 shots. I was like, double, I want 2 shots. So I guess 2 shots added like another $4. So I got a 16-ounce drink, just Coke, with 2 shots of Captain, and it was $24. So needless to say, that's the only alcohol that I bought there, just because I didn't want to go broke drinking a few rum and Cokes. But I just learned a lot about bringing alcohol to events down there. It is totally okay to bring your own booze if you don't want to pay $24 for a double spirit mixed drink, or probably $7 or $9 for a Bud Light. Or if you don't mind paying that much for a drink, go and drink a bunch and support Bristol. I just don't have the money to do that. But let's talk a little bit about the event. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll drop in a bunch of pictures and stuff that I took at the event at the end of this if you want to hang out, or just fast forward and stop listening to me and look at the few pictures and maybe a couple of videos I'll post right after I'm done talking. But I liked it. The burnout contest was awesome. People keep commenting several times on my videos and, oh, there's way too much smoke. After they do the first, 10 seconds, you can't see anything. It's a waste of time. What the hell is a burnout contest supposed to be for, except to create as much smoke as you possibly can? It's not like they're going in there doing tricks, backflips off the cars and all these they go in there, they spin their tires, they do a bunch of donuts, they drift around the thing, and if you can't see them, it means they're doing a freaking awesome burnout. It doesn't mean that the event sucked and you're never going to go to another Cleetus and Cars ever again. Okay, rant done. But anyways, so I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed on Sunday. I actually enjoyed the race. It was the only thing that sucked was that pretty much everybody got in a wreck on within the first, I think, 7 laps or so. That kind of changed the mood a little bit. It went from woo to okay, let's just hang out and watch it and see what happens. And I was totally prepared for the stadium trucks to start doing something if they couldn't continue the race. But that brings me to my next point, is the stadium super trucks. Those were awesome. The stadium super trucks were probably my favorite thing. It seemed like everybody loves those. Go ahead and check your emails. Cleetus and his crew sent out an email to see get some feedback on the event, what you liked and what about that could be improved. I mean, I would put my honest opinion. It wasn't like excellent for everything, but overall it was a great event. So definitely give him some feedback. He deserves that. But yeah, just to talk a little bit more about the burnout stuff and my plans for the future. I'll bring you around. Kind of show you my car, give you a quick once over on it for those who aren't familiar with this. But I fully intend to bring this to either drag race at one of Cleetus's events or maybe even the burnout competition. So this is my C4 Corvette. I got it on Instagram, a few TikTok videos. I also mix in some stuff with my dogs on both of those channels. But here she is. I'll go from front to back. She's got GT headlights from Pablo Antonio. I'm not sure what his official company is called, but you can find him on Facebook. Reach out and I can get you his information. But he does much stuff for Porsche and Audi and a bunch, tons of manufacturers. But I got a Griffin radiator with dual 10-inch spiral fans. They work pretty well. It's the only way I could get this to cool down. It's a dual pass. And I have a 16 PSI radiator cap. It's got S475 turbo with home-built exhaust all the way down, runs out the back. And back there I have kind of a wild-looking exhaust tip for a C4. It's chrome tip. The whole pipe is actually stainless, polished stainless, I mean. It's got a Hooker aero chamber muffler, pretty quiet. Check out my other videos, you'll be able to hear it. Keep working our way back. It's an LC9 aluminum block 5.3 out of a Silverado. Obviously, it's got the DOD delete. Truck accessories, everything fit. eBay intake kit. It's got a sloppy stage 2 cam in it with Pack 1219 valve springs, trick flow push rods. It's got Gen 3 intake, manifold, and fuel rails. Truck style headers, actually truck headers, flipped upside down, running out the front. Just welded up some stuff. Did a lot of cutting and welding there. I have some, I think they were C6 style wheels with C5 front calipers and rotors. The scoop that's on this is just a Vette series. Let's get a Holley Terminator X. It wasn't auto, but I switched it to a ZF6 6-speed out of like a 92 Corvette. There's the Holley. And then for seats, I have Corbeau A4s. I have an install on that. You can check out my other video. I have the Corbeau 5-point harness. I got to get the 5th point installed. And I have one for the other seat too. I just have to install the hole, cut the hole and install those little inserts. I have, I forget who made it, but it was from eBay. I have an eBay harness bar. Built pretty well, but the fitment was a little bit of a pain. I don't know if my car's out of whack or if this just didn't come in completely straight, but something was out. So, and it has a Dana 44 under it now, which is a stock manual Corvette axle. Stock C4 rear brakes. Other than that, I mean, she's not very clean, but she goes pretty good. So this car's putting down at 10 pounds of boost, putting out 543 horsepower and 500 and I believe it was like 50 or 554 foot-pounds, right around there. I was losing a little bit of fuel pressure, anything above like 10 pounds, so I turned it down. Like it went down to like 38 psi, so I know that's really bad. But I'm gonna get a rewiring kit and actually run 10 gauge wires back there. I'll just get a completed kit. I'm not very good at like doing wiring from scratch or anything, so I'm just gonna buy 30 amp relay with 10 gauge wires going back to the fuel pump, and have the Holley trigger that relay to come on and power the pump. But yeah, other than that, I got like a Musa blow-off valve, Musa intercooler, just a small one. I see intake temps up to 150, 160 on a hot day at the track, so I gotta figure something else there. Whether I put like a little water mist running off like a wiper, off a wiper fluid pump or something, or I try and squeeze a big radiator in there, but it's getting pretty tight. I will be bringing this to one of the Cleetus events, hopefully in Bristol, or if he comes a little closer to Maine. But if I have to drive to Florida or Tennessee again or something, I definitely will. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. If you want to see it at the Burnout competition and or drag races, let me know. I would probably go out and give her hell in the Burnout competition. I would definitely try not to run her into the wall, because that would suck. Especially trying to rebuild like the whole back of this with, you know, the fiberglass fenders and stuff. I'd probably be just better off buying another shell and swapping everything back over. But that's all I have for you guys today. Please hit the subscribe button, follow along, and we'll see you on the next ride.
Okay, but you can just see it right here. He's kind of corrected. It's kind of like James Diesel. Whenever his car slowed down, it just shot up. So that bank surprisingly you shoot up. Let's see how Kevin Smith is, because I'm telling you what, Kevin from KSR, I mean, that guy took a pretty good pounding right there.
Yeah, he popped up pretty good quick.
Oh, look at Cleetus. How in the world? Oh!
Wow. I think Cleeter's okay. Cleeter is okay. You know that? Yeah, for sure.
Yes, JH is sending it! Come in, you're on fire! Come on, come on! Let's hear it for you. Oh, hold on. Oh. Wait. All right, let's hear it for JH Diesel. Come on.